like and subscribe. Men who moan in public bathrooms. What went wrong in your life? Possible NSFW. Kidney stones. Even if I'm not passing them, I may struggle to pee and have to push as if I'm taking a only with my penis. If you're passing kidney stones in a public bathroom, may God have mercy on your soul. I swear every single time I'm in the stall at work, someone comes in and moans and grunts at the urinal. Old dudes, man. Have some sympathy. Stuff happens and just a simple can be a real chore for some people. Just showing that turd who's the boss. Who does number 2 work for? It is a conversation starter. Who hasn't had a sigh of relief from a turtle head poking out? You've never taken advantage of a glory hole? You don't know what you're missing. You ever out the whole lake of Titicaca? NGL. If I hold it in on a road trip, or during a meeting, when I finally pee it is like having the same sensation of orgasming. Instantaneous relief. It is involuntary, just like noises people make during sex. IDK how old you are, but if you're in your 20 years or younger, you just wait and life will answer that question for you. I ate ice cream despite being lactose intolerant. Honestly, nothing. I'm guilty of that deep sigh of relief when I have been holding back and finally give in and do it. Also no vertical bar. If my little guy has been getting excited on and off all day over flirtations or just a gust of wind, there is an added pleasure to the release. Otherwise quiet as a church mouse. So polite that I will temporarily pause my Avengers Endgame battle with my bowels if someone comes in. You do not need to hear this level of insanity. Get out while you still can. Unless you join by my side in the stall and are also battling. Then in that case, Avengers. Assemble my dude. After my knee surgery I had been taking prescription painkillers for like a couple weeks, and I was mega stopped up. I fought that demon for a full 30-minute campaign and I grunted one last push and it finally emerged in the tank like a chocolate egg on Easter. The next problem was it needed to be flushed, and I wasn't gonna use a poop knife like that one Reddit post. So like the degenerate I am, I left it there. Quite the contrary, everything is going right, hence the moaning. I need to establish my dominance over everyone else in the bathroom. Sometimes I scream it burns. Had to hold that in for 3 hours. I am moaning because good. I'm God relief. Well, for one thing, I learned not to be so. I'm judgmental about how other people spend the most private moments of their day. Sure, we might share a bathroom at work, but as far as I'm concerned, when I'm in there, nobody else in that room exists. I don't go in there and take detailed notes about the magnitude of the splashes I hear or the noises the other men are making. I have more important things to fill my mental spank bank with. As soon as I leave, I forget everything I saw, heard, smelled, or felt in there. And I also learned not to flog dead horses. This thread has been reposted at least 3 times in the last month. Kindest regards. A guy who doesn't get 2 drops of urine in his pants when he puts his away after a chronic pain patient here. Ick now how you flex your middle a little to push the poo out? When I do that it hurts like all hell. If I'm getting impatient and push, you can expect some lamaze breathing and a grunt or two. Too much carbohydrate. It is a full-on poo baby. Got yelled at a lot in childhood, and had chronic insomnia since 6 years old. I am 30. I'll take whatever relief I can, whether it be the moan I have from a lock coming out of my or the knowledge that I have made another uncomfortable with my moans. In other words, yes, I am an asshole. Chew your peanuts, well brothers. Sharp edges hurt the rectum. You don't understand. Being on bulk and double scooping pre-workout. That I just got to the gym but need to. It hits different. Feels like the pressure of 1,000 suns has just escaped your bowels and you walk out tap that stool feeling like a new man. Like you just slayed 10 dragons, devoured their life souls like I'm Skyrim and punched Goku in the nuts and lived to tell the tale. Life is just good. Perianal fistula. A severe one for that matter. If I can stop defecating, I would be grateful. I hate taking food in as it ensues pain after. When I was about 9 or 10, I had to poop in a Food Lion bathroom. The bathroom was in the back where all the food deliverers come in. There was nobody around, so I wasn't afraid to poop. I was a little constipated that day and always thought grunting/moaning helped move things along. I'm a long pooper, meaning I sit on the pot for about 10 to 15 minutes when I unload my bowels. So after about 15 minutes of grunting/moaning very loudly, I flush, wash up, and exit the bathroom. When I stepped out, there were about 5 or 6 big worker guys who busted out in laughter when they saw me. I ran as fast as I could to find my grandfather. That's why I moaned in the bathroom. The real question is why Ren are you accepting my challenge of battle? In hell, I thought this was just my experience in public restrooms. Whether they are giving it hell in the stall or just taking a quick at the urinal, I always hear some middle-aged man softly moaning taking care of business. I feel uncomfortable even using a public bathroom, let alone let everyone around me join in on the action. Nothing went wrong in my life, but do you have any idea how difficult it is to eat healthy like salads and grains and other healthy stuff in your diet and have a small asshole? My tiny little pucker is strictly exit only and OMFG. The size logs I produce feel like I'm giving birth. I mean, these things are thick enough and long enough to be in their own weight class and they come out of an opening that doesn't look like anything larger than string cheese could easily pass through it. You'd moan too if you dropped 3 of those logs in succession and felt the relief and disgust associated with it. How did you come under the impression that you have a small asshole? I recently started a new job. The difference between this job and my previous one is the shared bathrooms. One day I was stressed, so I went into one of the stalls and was on my phone taking a breather. A few seconds later someone else comes into the bathroom and uses the stall beside me. I will never ever forget the sounds that came from that stall. I was both horrified and felt like I was witness to the murder of this man's asshole. Needless to say, when I'm stressed now I no longer retreat to the bathroom to clear my head. I told this question to my girlfriend, laughing my off, explaining to her how some men do this right next to me at the urinal. She explained to me the equivalent of what women do. Apparently they cough to cover up their farts. Now I'm laughing even harder. I don't know, it's a sign of relief, the pleasure of embracing the pain of letting it go. I moan when I weightlift, and during that bathroom relief. It's unhelpable, it just happens. You mean what went right in my life? When I was young, I was so timid I could not even if someone was in the bathroom also. Now I just don't give a. My bladder was full, it feels good, I am letting some dad noises fly. Honestly, sometimes when I really have to pee, finally being able to is a fantastic feeling. It isn't really a moan like during sex, but I will occasionally let out a row. Yeah, when it was a near accident level of having to pee. I just assume they don't pee frequently enough. Got them hemis. I just drove 4 hours non-stop on a bottle of water and an iced coffee. The fact that I made it to a public restroom and didn't have to use a water bottle is moan-worthy enough. My appendix exploded while I was shopping at IKEA and was rushed to the hospital. When I woke up I had to pee, but there was a big delay on the urine to come out, so when it did I moaned harder than my GF when we do eat a vertical bar. Sometimes you just have to take a giant and usually it just feels great to get it out, and you can't help but at least sigh in relief. Crohn's disease. Nothing, I just like jerking off in the bathroom. I once heard an older gentleman moaning, like he had been stabbed in the very handicapped stall he was in. He wasn't saying anything, just making a series of grunts and loud, long ahhhhhh noises. Finally I heard one loud fart, and a literal splat. Like he had to have just painted the bowl. So I finished masturbating and left. I think everything worked out for him in there. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.